Buffering. Okay, so today is day 96. What am I going to do when I get to day 100? Inquiring minds would like to know. Anyway, buffering is brought to you today by, I don't even freaking know today. I don't know. Yesterday was such a shit show of a day. I don't even know. So anyway, today I'm supposed to be talking about growth. So let's go. We're going to start with Knotty and Friends. So I just got a message from the Freelancer yesterday. I am going to go look to see of what she's done because the last 2 times she sent me stuff, it's been extremely disappointing. So my problem is this. You're paying somebody to help you, but they're not following directions. Like, you have to read the manuscript to understand the pictures. Otherwise, it doesn't go. So you can't just send me again, I sent you all the pictures. So, I mean, it's really not that hard. But anyway, so that's happening today. Yesterday, I created I think it's 25 pages, I think. So somebody had sent me a message and asked if I could do scavenger hunts. So I created a 25 page free not free, but digital download. It's on Etsy for actual scavenger hunts. So you can print them and take them outside with your kids. I was super excited to do that, but it really wasn't on my schedule. Somebody gave it to me, my ADHD kicked in, and boom. And that's what I spent my day doing yesterday. It took me a little bit longer than I wanted to. And, it's funny because I'm in AI, I'm in Canva, and, well, we all know how, Canva likes me. So I finished that yesterday. So you're going to see a post on that probably later today on at least one of my platforms or one of my, I don't even know what you call them, thingy bobs. So, that's crazy. So there's that. And then today is, Spotlight Saturday. So it's my grandson, Lawson, which is of course one of the characters in my book. So super excited about that. And then I usually do a Friday free printable. And yesterday I did that, and then my day got away from me, so I didn't get to announce it. So I have a lot of homeschooling groups that I'm part of, and I wanted to be able to give them the daily missions that I would do every day on Not So Serious in a 5-day pack, so they can use it that following week. I mean, I just want to make it available. So I did finish that yesterday. I just never got a chance to post it. So I think I will post that tomorrow or later today, I think tomorrow's Family Sunday on not so serious on Freedom in Motion. So it's cool. And speaking of not so serious, I'm getting a lot of people. That season's coming up. So my life's about to be hectic. But last year I overdid myself and I was doing so many projects at one time that I was overwhelming myself. So this year I'm going to keep it kind of limited, but I have a lot of people blowing up my DMs in reference to projects they want for this holiday season. So that's going to get interesting. So we'll see. I already got my first Grinch order, and I didn't even put Grinch on my marketplace as something I do because I was so thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get bombarded with them. So I did like 3 last year. And so here's my first one for this year. All the ones last year were 8 foot. This year, so far, my first one is 6 foot, but that's for somebody I do yard art for all the time. So he kind of just threw it out there, but I'm still not sure I'm going to post that I actually do the Grinch. Anyway, crazy, but I love doing my yard art. And now that I'm doing all this stuff online as well, it's going to be quite funny how I try and fit it all in. But I got this because you know what? I can't let any of it go to waste because we know that's just not me. And my ADHD ain't going to let that happen anyway. One day I'm going to learn how to handle that. But anyway, so in Freedom in Motion was, I had so many things to record yesterday and do, but I wasn't able to do those. So because my day got away from me, I wanted to at least post one. So I posted one simple post. And you know what? I'm all about helping women show up online, helping women find confidence, even if it's not online, just to help. I am a very, very confident person, but I do have doubts and I do have fears. And, they sometimes totally overtake me. Fear it's crazy. It's, a TMI, and I don't think I ever told this story before though, but when I was in high school, everyone was predicting the end of the world. It was 1992. And I was so freaked out about that. My boyfriend at the time, which is now my husband, kept telling me that if you read the Bible says nobody's going to know when the end time is. So it's really crazy. And he sat at the church with me for a few days because I said if I was going to die, I was going to die at the church. I know, makes me kind of crazy, but fear can totally overtake me. So I am, again, extremely confident, and I've gotten so much better with my age, and I have no problem talking to anybody or everybody. I make friends with everybody under the sun. My daughter will be like, Dad, why is she talking to that person? Let me tell you something. My only goal every day is to make a stranger smile. If you can make a stranger smile, that's all that matters, because that may be the only smile that stranger has. I take that into consideration. I read that once from some guru talking about something, and they're talking about how one smile can change somebody's whole day. So if your only goal every day is to make one person smile, hopefully within that I've changed a few people's lives. But that's all I can go with. But anyway, so that's my freedom of motion, which I freaking love. I so want to help. I just want to help people have the confidence to do things they want to do. There's nothing any of us can't do, especially being a Gen Xer. There's nothing. I mean, come on. We know how we grew up. There's nothing we can't do. I know life has sometimes thrown us some baggage and thrown us some stuff here and there, but let me tell you something. We got this. And if you need help getting this, we can be friends. DM me. I'm here to push you along. It doesn't matter. I mean, whether you use the free resources in my link or you don't, I'm here still to help you. And you know, that's it. And if I can help you become a better version of you, boop, boop, that's a win for me. Anyway, so I think I touched Knotty Friends, Not So Serious, Freedom in Motion. And my only other thing to talk about, I guess, is volunteering. I love volunteering. I highly recommend it. It does so much to my psyche. I didn't get to see everybody yesterday, but let me tell you something. I know two of my patients had adventures that they didn't want, but I was super excited that they had the adventure. And you know what? We're talking about the adventure while I'm in the room talking to them, and they're smiling. And you know, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So it was really good. I leave there every single week. I don't know. I can't explain it. So, I mean, if it's ever something you thought of, I highly, highly, highly recommend, because it's a win-win for all parties. So other than that, my plans today, I'm going to the gun show with hubby, and then I'm coming home later, and I'm going to start doing some yard art because, you know, besides that, I still have the tulips. I still have the coffin. I have to paint the Popeye, which I'm going to do this week. And then I have the Grinch, and some guy wants 2 Bigfoots. So Bigfoot's my favorite thing to do. So anyway, messy but moving. Until next time, thanks for joining.